most best ofs or greatest hits are quite retrospective, and I think again a lot of people think that's kind of the end of your band, where you're splitting up or whatever it might be. For we've been on a world tour for like 18 months, and that was the end of that album, and then we've gone straight into another one. So we just wanted to show that the band's still doing new stuff, and we went in the studio to do 2 new songs. We ended up doing about 8 or 9, so they were just the 2 that were relevant to this record. So, and hopefully we're going to make a new record March, April next year. We're very much looking forward to concentrating on a new record, to follow up the greatest hits kind of record. We want it to be a big record. We want to take a bit more time over this record than we have over every other one, because generally we've done 6 albums in 10 years, and that's one being delivered like every 18 months, and then we've done an 18-month tour to follow each record. So all the records have been written during the tour of the record that was previous to that. So I think it'd be nice to kind of stop for a few months next year and assess where we've been, what we've done, and where we want to go, really. So I think that's the main goal for the next few months. I would like to support AC/DC, and I think our booking agent is out there talking to their lawyer in New York now, so they probably come back with bad news, say no. But no, they've been one of those bands I've followed since I was a kid. I think I bought their album collection about 4 or 5 times on every different record label, cassette, vinyl, CD. So part of that 200 million albums they've sold, probably about 50,000 of those are in my house. Did a charity event for Kosovo years ago. Paul Weller's sister put it together, and we had to do a Sunday afternoon with him. And he couldn't remember it. We had to show him how to play it. But his version is that we couldn't remember it, and he had to show us how to play it. And I think I was so in awe or pissed at the time. I can't remember who couldn't remember playing it. But on the night we all played it all right. And I bumped into him the other night as well in some Universal Music kind of Man of the Year thing for Lucien Grange. And he came up to me and he said, "Another free meal." I said, "Yeah." So yeah, he's a legend. Well, the first time we ever did it was on our first album, and we'd had to do 2 songs, and I think Stevie Winwood was on, Ry Cooder possibly, Counting Crows. So it was loads of like massive artists, and the way the show runs is, what people don't realise is when it wasn't going out live, you had to kind of record it as live, and whoever's the first one to mess it up is when the show stops. So it's quite a daunting thing to be doing, and obviously the first time on the show, the first time doing it, I walked up to the mic and smacked my head on the mic, and I was the first one to stop it. So it's quite a scary room, really, because you're basically looking at all these very, very massive musicians a lot of the time. So, but luckily we've been asked to come back on every album, so we're doing something right well.
Okay.